All right, here's the breakdown of the transformation. So our first step would probably be kind of looking at your health, and if you want to deep dive into some specific questions or health issues that you've been dealing with, we can have a call with my friend Rita, who is an amazing regenerative detoxification specialist, and she's really helped me break through in my own health and support me on my journey. And she's really all about helping as many people as she can take that step with their own health. So if that doesn't interest you and you just want to do the transformation, that's no problem. We can listen to this info and we can get you going. If you do want to talk with Rita, which I highly recommend because she's just such a wealth of information, you can email me back and we can set up a time. So the transformation looks like when you rise, you have a glass of lemon water or any citrus really, and that is really starting to alkalize the body right from the get-go, get the kidneys filtrating and all those things. And with that water, you're going to take super amino acids, which are a plant-based pre-digestible supplement that an Italian doctor has kind of invented, and there's been a ton of studies and information on there that I can send you if you want to look more deeply into that. And then the next thing would be kind of in a couple hours or whenever you're kind of feeling hungry or needing more, we're going to use some superfoods, and in the blend of superfoods, you will get 96% of your daily nutrients, and that includes all of your macro and micronutrients, and there's 12 servings of fruits and vegetables in this one shake. So it's an amazing product. It's I take it on the go with me and just love it. It's easy to drink. My kids drink it, and I know that they're getting like just this beautiful plant-based nutrient-rich drink. So there's that. And then with that, you will be taking a Biomedic, which is it's a compilation, I think, of 3 herbs that are amazing. It's really the only product on the market that has been proven to remove glyphosate from the bowel wall. And glyphosate is from Roundup, which is now and currently sprayed everywhere. It's in our air, it's in our water, it's in breast milk. It's sad. It's heavy, but I'm glad to have a tool that we can use to kind of remove this from the bowel wall. So what happens is glyphosate will create this plaque, this mucoid plaque on the bowel wall, and then the microvilli that usually is absorbing all your nutrients gets plastered to that wall, and then you have malabsorption and malnutrition. And that's a huge reason why even when you're eating healthy, you're not absorbing correctly, because there is this mucoid plaque on the bowel wall. So glyphosate is linked to autoimmune diseases, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, autism, and there's just an overall higher dis-ease in your body with glyphosate being present. Yeah, so that's amazing. And also remineralizes and puts good microorganisms back into your gut, repopulating the gut microbiome. And the gut, as you know, may or may not know, is really the brain behind so many things. The endocrine system, your hormone balancing. If you're suffering from insomnia or depression or anxiety, this can be all from the gut issue. So then the next thing, there's a section of, so the first 10 days of the transformation will kind of be easing into this. We like to meet people where they are. You know, if you're on a standard American diet, shifting into a more, processed foods and staying away from caffeine and meats and dairies and things like that. We're going to ease out of those things. So it's more of a gradual process rather than, I can't have this. It's more of just like a, moving those things out and then incorporating all these superfoods. And when you're fully nourished from these superfoods, your cravings for those things will kind of disappear over time, and you'll feel nourished. And so you're not like going to the cupboard every second like, oh, what do I need? I'm hungry. It's not like that when you feel really nourished. So the middle 10 days of the transformation, we're going to be using a super cleanser, which is a strong mix of microbial herbs, and that's going to be flushing the body from candida, from fungus, from parasites, and that's really what's getting rid of your cravings. A lot of times those parasites are what is craving that sugar and craving those foods that aren't really serving you. And then the last thing in the evening, and then you'll probably have another shake as you're hungry. And throughout all this, you can be eating fruits and vegetables. And in the middle 10 days, we recommend just doing raw, but the rest of the time, you know, you can be incorporating organic foods, some grains, and there's a whole kind of order of what we should be eating together and not, and we can dive deeper into that as the transformation transpires. And through the online group, there's just loads of information about all of this, and through the weekly question and answers, you just learn a ton about all these kinds of things, the way that we've been eating and the way that we really should be eating. So the last thing in the evening is we're going to be drinking a tart cherry extract, and this is amazing. I drink it in warm water as a tea before bed, and it really helps with sleep. It's really, really, really good for deep cellular regeneration, so really getting healthy on that cellular level, and also for kidney filtration. And kidney filtration is really a key to regenerative healing, because that is what is basically taking all the toxins from your body and from the air and from whatever we're digesting and ingesting, and sorting out those toxins and removing them from the body. And almost 90% of Americans, I think, was one of the statistics, aren't having their kidneys filtrating properly. And so really we're just walking around as like accumulating toxins. And so really important to get those kidneys filtrating, and that's what the tart cherry juice is really great for. And these superfoods are grown on a really special farm. They've been practicing regenerative practices, which is using crop rotation in the right way to make the soil dense, nutrient dense again, so it can produce nutrient dense foods. And that's another aspect of, even if you've been eating healthy for a long time, what's on the shelf is very much so lacking the nutrients that we need, especially the micronutrients. The soil is really what it gets back to. Soil health is really struggling right now. I think 1% of the world's soil is considered nutrient dense. And so that's why even our fresh veggies and fruits are lacking a lot of the nutrition that we are expecting to get from them. So this farm has been amazing. They've been putting in these practices for about 20 years, and that's why the product is just speaks for itself. And what else did I want to say? Oh yes, and the superfoods are dried, wind, and solar, because if the superfoods are heated over a temperature of 108 degrees, all the digestive enzymes and a lot of the nutrition is kind of removed from them. 60 to 70% is lost. So if you're drinking or eating superfoods that have been dehydrated at a higher heat, you're really not drinking superfoods. It's more of just a filler at that point, because you've lost so much of the nutritional value through that heating process. So yeah, that's it. I'm so excited to have you join us, and please email me to set up an appointment with Rita, or if you are just ready to go, I can also just send you a link on how you can get these superfoods. So please reach out. I'm super excited. Much love to you all, and I can't wait to embark on this journey together. Aloha.